the world to get their hands on the most coveted of trophies. Today, it's the turn of the ladies. It's Ladies Finals Day, and what a final we have in store. An East Anglian derby. Two-time and defending champion Catherine Rednall from the Ipswich and District Indoor Club was in imperious form in her semi-final yesterday afternoon as she cruised to victory over Scotland's Leslie Doig. But she will face a stern test from great friend and rival, Rebecca Field. The Norwich bowler came through a tough semi-final against Janice Gower last night, and now she has her sights firmly set on a second world title to add to her 2013 triumph. Following that, we're back to second round open singles action as another local hero, Greg Harlow, continues his bid for a second world title. Standing in his way, the very dangerous Scott Edwards, who'll be hoping to add to his ever-growing list of notable scalps. Yes, we're starting today with news of the open singles, and at the start of the day we knew the identity of 5 of the quarter-finalists with 3 matches to go. Well, number 1, Greg Harlow in action later this afternoon, and Stuart Anderson and Wayne Wilgris, that takes place this evening. But the first match of the day took place this morning between Les Gillett, semi-finalist last year, up against 2016 runner-up Robert Paxton. Here's what happened. The world singles title is still missing from both these players' CVs. Les Gillett has reached the semi-finals twice, while Robert Paxton's best was as runner-up in 2016. The lead changed hands 5 times in a topsy-turvy first set, and it was Paxton with a slender one-shot advantage going into the final end. It all came down to the very last bowl, and arguably the shot of the tournament so far from Les Gillett. A sensational draw to snatch a single and tie the set 8-all. In round 1, Paxton had been pushed all the way by Daniel Salmon, only overcoming the Welshman in a tiebreak. And this match was proving just as challenging. A good drive in the 4th end helping him to a 4-2 lead. Gillett's first round match had been a more straightforward affair. He saw off Simon Skelton in 2 sets, and he was keeping the pressure on Paxton, hitting back with a double in the 6th end to stay within a shot. But Paxton took 2 shots to the next end, and then in the 8th he played this nice draw for a match lie which Gillett could do nothing about. So the 39-year-old from Taunton is through to the quarterfinals and a match against Mervyn King. Let's just take a look at the top half of the open singles draw. That sees Jason Greenslade facing Darren Burnett in that first quarter-final. Elsewhere, Mark Dawes is up against Mark Royal. And down at the bottom, we know at least 1 match in the quarterfinals in the bottom half of the draw. Mervyn King against Robert Paxton, still waiting on the bottom 2 matches. Former world champion John Price is alongside me. And John, now that we know 6 of the quarterfinalists, you can give us an idea of how strong you think this year's competition has been.
It's a good field. Obviously, certain players have gone out like Paul and Alex, but there's still Greg in there, Darren Burnett, former winners, so high quality still left in.
Who's the player who has impressed you most?
Well, overall, I think Mark Dawes. We all know Mark Dawes is a very good player, good drawing player, but he's got a maturity now to his game. He's playing the running balls, the strikes. He looks very confident, and he owns the rink, and he's going well.
Yeah, his attitude seems to have changed over the last couple of years. He seems to have more belief, if that's a fair comment.
Yeah, getting into the 16, he's played himself in now. He's got the respect of his opponents as well, so he looks the man to beat. He's playing very well.
So you're picking him for the title?
Well, I got a slight fancy for Mark. I don't want to put too much pressure on him.
It's often what happens when you do. Well, thanks for the moment, John. Let's now concentrate, though, on what's coming up. The first match on the Blue Rink this afternoon is, of course, the final of the ladies' singles, and it's between Catherine Rednall and Rebecca Field. Both players know each other's games and personality very well.
This is my 7th year now. I've come to, treat it like, I suppose, both me and Catherine, I feel very comfortable here. We know lots of the people who come and watch us. You see the same faces every year, and it's just a brilliant place to play bowls.
Don't know where we're going, but we know we belong.
I think it's just nice to get done first and be waiting for your opponent in the, sitting up in the players' box watching it, really. I really enjoyed the semi-final, really enjoyed just chilling out for a bit and watching it.
the draw was set up, wasn't it? Obviously, Catherine was right at the top, and I was in the bottom half, and I think it might have been a final that people were hoping to see, and I just hope we go out there and do both of ourselves justice.
I think the only bit that I always get nervous about is a walk-on, because I'm so clumsy, I'm worried I might fall over. But, you know, I just take each game as it comes, and you win, you win, you lose, you lose.
We've been through a lot together. I suppose we're very similar in how we've come through the ranks. In March, we'll play together in an international rink, so you know we'll need to have made up by then, I suppose. It's always tough to play somebody you know and you care about, I suppose. But you know we're professionals, and it'll be a nice clean fight.
We're both pretty professional, and game faces come on when we get on the green. So I think hopefully it'll be a good quality match. They usually are when we play each other, and we'll just get on there and play some really good bowls and entertain the crowd.
I know Catherine's dangerous, particularly second bowl. I often think is where she really does the damage. Piles in the pressure after a good first bowl. You know, we can both play the shots. We've both got probably the best, you know, two drawers that have been here over the week. So it could be exciting. It could be fireworks.
Betz's first two bowls are the strongest part of her game. You know, if her first two bowls are on it like she's quite capable of, then she doesn't let you in. I'm going to have to sort of be prepared for her to nail it with the first two, and make sure that my first two bowls are as good, equally as good, if not better than hers. My mum and my grandma have been here for every game, and they sit in the same seat in the stand each time, so I know exactly where they are. My boyfriend sat in the players' box and looked like he was a nervous wreck.
My mum watches behind the curtain, so you know, yeah, she's not very good. She loves coming, but then she's just hopeless. So
You always know if Betts is playing because you'll see Judith sitting behind the post in the players' box.
Well, then what's the point of coming if you're not actually going to bother to watch it? It's been quite a year, shall we say, without saying too much. It's been quite, you know, quite a disappointing year. You know, there's been ups and downs, and I feel like now I'm coming out of it stronger. So, you know, I'm looking forward to the match. I hope I just play well, and may the best lady win.
You will bring me home.
For the afternoon, it's Richard Bear.
Thank you very much, Rishi. Good afternoon, everybody, as you welcome us here now into the International Arena at Potters Resort for this Ladies World Match Play Final. And the atmosphere is absolutely electric. You could say, ladies and gentlemen, you could say that we're feeling in the pink, so let's get the ladies on the rink. And making her fourth appearance in this final is a young lady who has proven time and time again what a formidable opponent she can be. Hoping to recreate the magic that captured her this title in 2013. It's the former Ladies World Match Play champion, Rebecca Field. And it's hard to believe that this fearless young 22-year-old made her debut appearance 4 years ago and then went on to win this very event. Defending her title for the second time in her career, it's the Ladies World Match Play champion, the Pocket Dynamo, Catherine Redknapp.
Great atmosphere here in the auditorium. Don't forget, if you want to contact the team with any questions or tell us who you think will win today's final, just tweet us using the hashtag BBC Bowls. So, Sian is now in the commentary box alongside our main man, David Corkill.
A very easy walk around to the commentary box. No need to scramble up here, plenty of time. Players are always hidden away whenever the interviews are going on, so I'm assuming that they weren't able to hear you, Sian, when you made your tip.
No, I didn't want them to hear who my 50p was on.
Oh,
it wouldn't have been ideal.
Not ideal indeed. It's, but I think it has to be a good call based on the fact of the way Catherine has been playing so far.
I think Catherine just has seemed so comfortable, and in her semi-final match yesterday, her second set in particular, it's so consistent. That's what I based it on, really. A great start again.
Final of the singles, extended to 11 ends, 3-end tiebreak. Shot clock is in action, 30 seconds to deliver the ball. Forehand then backhand.
Two red. Two red.
Another useful ball.
I'm not surprised to see Rebecca sort of. I would expect it to take her a couple of ends to settle down today. I think there is more pressure on Rebecca Field, even though Catherine is the defending champion. I think that she's just going to take a little while to settle into her stride.
Well, it's a good ball. It's only a foot or so away, 14 inches away. But the problem is there's no back position, which means she can't attack the head unless she's prepared to take a risk to go with it. Whereas Catherine can draw away at this. Line 2, back position covered. There's another one. That's a very impressive start. It really is.
I'm a great goal by Catherine. It's just tucked away nicely as well, David. So.
Well, I'm not sure if it's actually counting, but it's another ball in the area. And if Rebecca Field, well, just dropped out. If Rebecca Field wants to attack this, she's going to have to be very careful of her own ball.
She's gone quick down the forehand, and she's very... Oh, great ball.
That was the risk she took, coming through and making sure she went with it. But she played it beautifully, and that's a real get-out-of-jail-card shot.
Field.
Absolutely, she played it perfectly and just got the right connection to go through and get in the jack, get to the jack and pick up one. It was a great ball. Got herself out of trouble a bit there, certainly.
Yeah, it's got the connection as well off the red ball, pushed it on the other way. If it had have gone off the rink to the respot, she would have been still 2 or 3 down. Rebecca Field, very much known as a draw shot player, but very capable of playing the attacking shots.
Opening ball by Rebecca Field. She's going to want to put Catherine under as much pressure as she can, as early as she possibly can.
To keep this standard going, we're in for an absolutely cracking game.
Two green.
Change onto the forehand.
Two green.
She's forced Catherine into playing weight, which you would expect. And she's close to the target. She can get down.
Oh, what a result that is. Goodness me.
Just a nice little flick over of her own bowl, enough for shot, and out goes the green.
Catherine's boyfriend, Jake, and mother Chris, and grandmother behind them. They're always in the same seat. Mum and Granny.
Wry smile there from the boyfriend.
Rebecca back down to the draw shot to try and pull the jack back. Difficult, hard to get back when you put the extra weight on.
Just slightly overplayed it here.
Well,
a good effort.
The running ball from Catherine was, well, she just about got the edge. And like
yeah, that would have hurt. I mean, she was in the area, there's no doubt about it, but absolute maximum result there to be holding one at the end of it. And a chance to add another and plenty of room as well.
She's trying hard with this.
It's a great ball from Catherine Redknapp.
Almost smooth.
Perfect.
The last time Catherine was lying 2, maybe 3 shots, and they were taken away. And this time Rebecca was lying 2 or 3 shots, and they were taken away.
And I think that just shows how what a versatile player Catherine Rednall is as well. You know, she's just showed her range there with only 2 bowls.
Jack length 28 metres.
This has got quality written all over it, this game.
They're such good players, both of them. They're such good drawing players with it. They both spoke about their first 2 bowls. You know, that is their real strength. They're great leads with 2 bowls.
Yes, international standard leads is what you get whenever you play with them in the international arena. That's Wayne Wilgris, the fiancé of Rebecca Field, waiting to play his match, and he'll be on show later this evening. He takes on Stuart Anderson. It's always the danger of playing the running bowl when you've 1 bowl in the head, chance of taking your own out.
Yeah, she chose to go early there, and she chose quite a lot of weight for the shot, but now she's left in a position where she's got to attack again.
Yes, and remember we see Catherine Rednall going just a little bit deeper this time. Anything behind Jack is good. Close this time. Yep. Well, the trouble with going again is it's always going to be an issue. Back position was already good. She has a green ball back there, but by taking 1 out, she's still leaving the other one. So
and a huge amount of room for Catherine to just keep piling them in.
A massive amount of room, and that's where the issue is. So there will be a draw. It'll be required. I can't see her going for a single bowl target. And Catherine wants to score this, but she doesn't want to provide a shoulder. Just wants to make sure the ball is on line. Oh dear. Well, that's got to be tempting. You're so close, that's got to be tempting to go again.
3 red.
Damage limitation, the best you can probably do on the draw is 3rd shot. Might as well go up.
Looked very tempting to drive again, and much more of a target than just the 1 ball that was there previously.
Also the factor is there were 2 green balls at the back, so ball on the Jack.
3 shots, Catherine Rednall.
And she was probably going to score.
Yeah, she had options there.
Surprised at that, but it's all down to the player.
Let's score 5-1 after 3 ends. Jack length 28 metres.
Long Jack length. Catherine's just very comfortable there. Rebecca Field's going to have to start making the first 2 ball battle hers. She needs to start winning that one. She's not missing too much, is she?
She's dropped straight in, hasn't she? From the very first end, she was bang, bang, bang.
Down again, just tucking in behind the jack this time. It's going to make another double. This one doesn't look good. She's lost her way in this end.
She's just pulled it. She's just scratching around a little bit. She just needs to settle down, get back to drawing, which is what she does best.
Ellen Thornhill, she's looking at the third one here.
3 red.
Dropped out, but it might well have made the fourth, and still nothing, just one ball really close, so we expect Rebecca Field to draw this. It would be a very loose four to lose.
Yeah, I'd expect Rebecca to be drawing the shot, and if not the shot, certainly second. She doesn't like it, though.
Ooh, well, I think if that's the case, it might be an overcorrection she's worried about in terms of being heavy with this.
Just overplayed it, but she might...
Well, took that one out. That might save the front one.
I think it's still 3.
We favour 3. I think they'll probably measure it, though.
I would have expected her to get in there, David.
Yes, that'll be dismal. She knew out of the hand that it was heavy, and that's a good sign.
Umpire, please.
It's when you let one go like that and you're 4 feet through and you thought you were close to the jack. Now that's a concern. 2 out, measure for the third.
No, not that one.
Early days in this set, only 4 ends.
2 red and a measure.
But the gap is, well, it's getting rapidly very big. Really don't want the player to get away to any more than a few shots. Catherine, mat in hand, anxious to get on with it.
Three shots, Catherine Redknapp.
2 shots and then 2 threes.
It's not that Rebecca's playing badly, but Catherine's just taken her opportunities to add and capitalise on when she's holding.
She's had a couple of loose ends, though, and whenever you have loose ends at this level, you're going to get punished. If your opposition starts scoring in multiples, it's a problem.
Jackline,
the scoreboard turns over very rapidly.
There's plenty of ends to go, but Rebecca will be feeling like it's a bit of an uphill battle in this first set. This next end is key. Much better start from Rebecca Field.
One green.
This is definitely more like it now. First ball in, the second one just drifting round behind. That's always very useful.
Yeah, it just gives her options for later on in the end if she needs them. Good here from Catherine. Just playing up to it.
Good draw.
One red.
You'll see just as this ball comes in, it just touches the jack, and that indicates now it'll be sprayed with chalk. That means it's a toucher. Goes into the ditch, it stays live. There was a question asked earlier today from Martin Turnock. That's what the spray chalk is for. If the ball goes into the ditch without touching, then it's taken away. All the bowlers will know that, of course, but a large, very large audience of non-bowlers. So there we go in the tweets, hashtag BBC Bowls. Questions will be received, looked at, and if we can answer them, we surely will try. Please don't make them too complicated.
Great effort from Rebecca Field, obviously trying to turn the red ball onto the jack. Catherine preempting what she was going to do with her last ball.
One shot,
gets the
Catherine
single.
Redknapp.
Set score 9-1 after 5 ends. Jack length 28 metres.
Well, once again, that first ball getting in. Well, this has happened a few times now in this match already. The first two bowls of Rebecca Field's gone a bit wayward.
She just hasn't got into any sort of rhythm yet.
No, there's been flashes of it. There's been occasions.
Yeah, you're right, but nothing consistent.
Trouble is, playing her third bowl, she's going to be in a heap of trouble. Yep, here it comes. Might be tempted to run down on the forehand at this, try and make a disturbance. Well, just drawing in. It's a lot closer. Got a chance on the second ball. Just sliding off.
I think she'll be keen to keep drawing to just try and hit her stride here. She knows that she's got to do something in the second set. And she'll want to just get into her groove as quickly as she possibly can.
Still time to go, though. We're only on their 6th end of 11.
Timeout called.
2 sets.
Catherine has 5 timeouts remaining.
So a pull of the jack for Rebecca Field could pick up a couple. Extra timeout, of course, given for the 11-end finals.
Catherine is a very, very quick player.
Well, she sees the danger. She's going deep. She thinks Rebecca will be playing into this. Well, the crowd realise that too. Good odds to play into this.
Sure, yeah, she's got the option of the bow or the jack is what she wants, but there's a couple of different opportunities there. She doesn't like it, David.
Well, she didn't push through it. That's the problem. Oh dear. And you can hear the crowd murmuring at that. It's you know, the old adage is you can't get anything if you're not up. And
she shouldn't have been short at that.
No.
She, you know, even if she was drawing, she should have been making sure she was positive she had the chances there.
Yeah. This set is really just going away now. That's it. 3rd 3. 12-1. Couple more ends. There'll be no return. There's only one thing for Rebecca Field now, and that is
to 27.5 metres.
Try and extend this set for as long as humanly possible. Just try and get a couple of shots. Try and force it down to the last 2 ends. The longer she's out there, there's more chance of working her way into the match. But Catherine's not letting up, and to be fair, she's getting a bit of a free run at the moment.
She is, but she is playing very well. She looks very comfortable out there, and it's easy, I suppose, when you're just adding them in, but she's still doing it.
Oh, look at this. One ball on the front of the jack, couple of inches, the next one behind by 18, 20 inches. Judy Potter, baby pink today. Always very colourful is Judy. And of course, Sian in her usual seat.
Yep. No one dare get in there.
Not a chance of sitting on that one.
One red.
Well, everything in the line. It's not easy. But again, there's that drop short bowl again. It's a bit of a struggle to say the least, isn't it? There was one green one in there, but the other two are wayward.
She's just scratching around. She can't find her way. She had to attack on the very first end of the set, saved herself, and since then she just hasn't been able to string a few together. That's what she needs. She just needs a couple of good ends so she just can settle down, and then it comes, doesn't it?
Well, it does, and for Catherine, she's just blasting away there, taking every single opportunity she can. She'll come off that green. Now that, well, it's opened things in terms of a target. She really needed to get past it. So if I was Rebecca Field here, I'd play a running ball at this, just to try and open things up. And there is a back green ball that might be very useful.
I think she's got to. She might want to release a bit of frustration as well. Might do her good.
Release tension, isn't it? But
get rid of it.
Well, she's gone the backhand draw to within 2 inches.
I think that's surprising considering how her drawing's been so far.
Yeah, I would have pushed right through that just to...
One shot, Catherine Redknapp.
I think I would have got my arm going on that one.
Yep. Yeah.
Get it up my system.
She's probably thinking to herself, I'll just draw this and try and find good weight, but sometimes it's just not the right shot. And the run continues with a 2-3-3 single, 3 and 1. And it's, well, if you're a Rebecca Field supporter, that scoreline looks pretty frightening.
Jacqueline, 26.5 metres.
Well, first time.
That's loose from Catherine.
Well, Catherine Redknapp just missed the chance to get close to the first ball, so now it's time for Rebecca to try and take advantage of that. It certainly looks better. Well, it's an encouraging clap, I think.
Well, I think the crowd want Rebecca to pull up and this to be a bit of a battle. At the moment, it's very one-sided, which is always disappointing in a final.
Ball dropped, but it didn't make any difference.
One red.
Too many opportunities. This is better. There we go.
And the crowd appreciates it as well.
Yes, they don't want a one-sided final.
This one, 2 feet.
And Catherine's well aware of the fact that she scored 1 on this end, the set was over.
Yep. She switched over.
It's not too far away, it's just on the outside.
Very good effort for the draw.
Yeah. Good weight. Add another, we'll go into the 9th end. Short balls.
One shot, Rebecca Field.
Set score 13-2 after 8 ends.
Well, there's no doubt about the fact that it's the set's gone. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's gone.
Catherine's simply not going to allow Rebecca to score 3 counts the way she's playing.
No 3 counts of 4, she's not.
No.
Jack length 24.5 metres.
It ends 2 singles, and it's just not enough. If there was a splattering of the odd 2 or 3 in there, you could say, well, there's indications that she can push through into the second set, but at the moment, there's nothing to say it's going to be any better.
I think sometimes psychologically when you start the second set, though, something shifts. I think especially if you've been beaten sort of quite comfortably in the first set, I think it's quite nice to just get that set out of the way. It's gone, you can start fresh. I hope that's what happens for Rebecca here.
Well, it's a joy of the set system. You can get away with that. You can go down 13-2 or 14-2, whatever the case may be, and then start off 0-0. And if you win that set, you're into a tiebreak. It's not accumulated shots.
No, and how many times do you see if you know, the scoreline, if you were riding it up, someone's won by a large margin, but you can just squeak a set win by 1 or 2 and still go on to win. I think that's the great thing about sets.
Wrong side of it. Had the weight, though.
1 green.
Well, always a useful ball, but really just wanted to get close to the jack. First set's going to be over this end.
One green. One shot, Rebecca Field. First set, Catherine Redknapp.
It's not good enough. Just too many short balls.
Time to move on. 13-3. No need for the last 2 ends. And the Redknapp camp will be very happy at the moment.
Only halfway though.
Yeah. A little look up there.
She did, that's unusual for her as well.
Yeah, she's normally very focused on things. When we show them like that, there's a big screen in the arena, and they're shown on the screen.
A very good opener from Catherine after a poor start from Rebecca in the second set.
This needs to be better.
Rebecca switching over here and drawing shot, which she badly needed. The 2 loose bowls. She'll be happy to get that one in there.
Yeah, she wants to get off and running really in this set, doesn't want to be losing counts. And Catherine Redknapp close with this one. Very close.
Very good bowl here from Catherine Redknapp. Great bowl.
Not letting up on things.
One red.
Just on the high side. I didn't mind the weight so much because
No, I think
there was a chance with that weight. No. Catherine would be trying to draw another. If she touches a jack, she could make 3. That would really hurt.
it's very close here. The great bowl from
wow.
Catherine Redknapp. Great bowling.
Not an easy 2 to make, but my goodness me, she made it look easy.
2 shots, Catherine Redknapp.
She's in total control out there at the moment. She's very comfortable. She's playing very well. Rebecca had a little sneak then, and she just battered her back away.
Absolutely. Wonderful arena here at the Potter's Leisure Resort. Always get good crowds.
Jack 27 metres.
Once again, another good start. Generally speaking, the women players will use a slightly smaller bowl. Not everyone does, but good reply from Rebecca. Quite often they're using a size 2 or size 3, and we do get some of the players who would use a 4, very rarely a 5, Sian.
Yeah, I think it's rare for women to play with anything. Don't often see them playing with anything above a 4.
And the men would generally use a size 4. Occasionally there's a 3, but of course it goes all the way down to 0. And for the small hands, but the manufacturers are all the same. The biases are the same that are available for men and women. Grips as well.
1 green.
Of course, when they come here, there's a lot of pool bowls available, as we call them. There's 30 or 40 sets of those, and people can choose bowls to use. But the top players have their own. Well, just dropped out.
Yeah,
and they would often have 2 sets, the green and the red, provided by sponsors.
Of course, the general rule is that people should play with the biggest bowl that they can comfortably play with. That was always the advice.
Well, it was. I think it's old advice now. Look at this ball going down just 4 feet short.
It used to be the case that the smaller bowls would swing all over the shot, but that's not the case now either.
That question was posed by William Jones, who I think he described the bowls as woods, and that's a different story altogether. It's a reference back to the old Lignum Vitae days. This is good. No, she got it through to her own.
Yeah,
she has.
Just enough. Great ball.
Yeah. Good head. 5 balls in, very close to the jack.
1 red.
But there is a shot there. And it's a good shot. Bowl on the ball. Take it out. Lie 1, maybe even 2, depending on the contact that's made. No, down on the forehand. It's hard to pick a line out in this particular shot.
It's under, David.
She is. No, I don't know. It's no difference now. I was just thinking she could get that one into it.
1 shot, Catherine Redknapp.
Would have been fortunate, but Catherine Redknapp yet again gets in.
Set score 3-1 after 2 ends. Jack length 27 metres.
One red. Sorry. Gap and last bowl, 14 inches.
This is better from Rebecca.
Got a chance with it.
Needs to hurry. Yeah, very good. Just sneaked in front of Catherine's.
One green.
It's almost painful coming in, that one.
Well, it's oh, back ball, just a movement there as well, but she'll settle for line one shot. Yeah, under the forehand, looking for the deep red ball. Drop off it, make it two. Good weight. Just
one green.
Try and stay away from the jack a little bit. Just overplayed the line. Catherine will be drawing this. If he touches the jack, she'll make a double. And people say about scoring twos and threes. We quite often refer to them as doubles and trebles. Some at international level is what we do. Club players go to the twos and the threes, but all terminology. At the end of the day, it's semantics sometimes about what way you describe things, but
it is. And different areas of the country are always going to use different words and phrases. That was a great ball from Catherine.
Yeah, really good.
Great position as well.
Back positions, all red balls.
One red.
If you look at the two red balls at the bottom of your picture, that really is going to make life very, very difficult. I don't see much on for Rebecca Field here. Just try and draw up to it.
It's another end where Rebecca Field hasn't got any back position, so her choices are so limited.
Yeah. She wasn't too bad for weight, to be truthful with you.
Was fair.
Yeah, just narrowed it a shade, but
one shot, Catherine Redknapp.
It had to be a perfect draw, but once again, Catherine Redknapp just pops it in.
Let's score 4-0 after 3 ends. Jack length 28 metres.
That's that short ball again, isn't it?
That's been the default with the first two from Rebecca. And just makes life so much harder for herself, that's the problem. Catherine's just punishing her at the moment.
Turned her back on it again. She really is struggling, and it's hard to watch this because she's so much better. We all know that. In the meantime, Catherine Redknapp is getting a free run. And, well, she's just doing exactly what she has to do, take advantage.
You can't give Catherine Redknapp a free run. Simple as that. That was always the danger. She's been playing so well in her previous matches. And she's very confident, very relaxed out there. And Rebecca would have known that she'd needed to really be up there with the first two in particular.
Three red.
Really, really good stuff from Catherine Redknapp.
Well, she's finding centre line as well, and you know, the crowd are just acknowledging that level of skill. You know, the short-term retentive memory on line and weight is very much with the 21-year-old, sorry, 22-year-old, just turned 22. And really, Rebecca's just left in so much trouble again. Oh, this is going to overcorrection, understandable.
Yeah,
4 shots.
not easy
Catherine
to draw the
Redknapp.
shot there when you're 4 down. But Catherine's just making it look so easy at the moment.
Well, score 8-0 after 4 ends.
Redknapp camp obviously very happy at the moment.
They're just working out how many ends they've got to go, I think.
It's a difficult one, isn't it?
Jack length 28
Not good
meters.
to see, but at the same time, you have to appreciate the fact that it's a bit of an exhibition on one side, and Rebecca Field has, at the moment, got no answer.
Great ball from Rebecca Field. That's looking through, but that's much better. I'm much happier seeing it behind.
Well, it gives her a good starting point now. You can play either side, little touch in the jack, makes a double. Got a chance with this, little touch on it. Well, that's remarkable, really. You consider the last number of ends, and that's what we expect from Rebecca Field, is 2 balls like that.
Well, Rebecca's a great player, you know. She's a very accomplished player with a really strong record, and we know she can bowl like this.
Well, she's got a chance here. She's forcing Catherine into a running ball. She's missed. She's moving to the other side. That's just staying away from the jack, maybe trying to go a bit deep, expecting Catherine to get it. But tuck of the jack around the corner would be good. It's
outstanding.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's the ability's there. We all know that. Looks under. Four shots coming up. Now, Rebecca, no mistakes. Yep, 4 shots it is, and look at the 4 shots.
4 shots, Rebecca Field.
Great play from Rebecca, and the first time that she's really put Catherine under any sort of pressure in the entire match.
Absolutely, and games can turn very quickly, and she has got time.
8-4 after 5 ends.
And she forced Catherine into playing 2 weighted bowls, which she played very quickly, but obviously both under with each of them. Let's see what happens now.
Jack length 28 metres.
Better first ball again.
Very good opener. Adjusted from Catherine Rednall here, just doing enough to get the shot.
One red.
Danger of the short balls again.
They're just like a horrible magnet sometimes, short balls.
It's almost like it draws your ball into them. Rebecca Field really needs to draw this after picking up a 4. You want to get that impact of that full house by picking up a single the next end. Needs to hurry with this though. It's a bit lazy looking.
That's a shame. She'll be very disappointed with that after last end and drawing so well. Catherine has a chance here. (10-4, 8-5) is a big difference, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it also lessens the impact of the 4 previous end.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Well played, Catherine Rednall.
2 shots, Catherine Rednall.
She didn't let the 4 disturb her in the slightest.
She didn't. She almost looked a little bit phased for the first time last end
10-4
when she was forced into playing the running bowls, but she's settled back down now.
course, Rebecca Field has to win the set. Even coming back to draw it wouldn't be sufficient, although it would make her feel an awful lot better.
Jack length 28 metres.
Well, normal service resumed.
Very good start, very strong start.
I think she knew that was slightly through the head, just from her body language. She's playing the backhand. It's going to be very hard to get the shot in the backhand. Has to be a perfect draw. Certainly closer with this one.
That's a great ball from Rebecca. Great ball.
As I said, it had to be a perfect draw, and that's exactly what she's played.
Yeah.
The absolute perfect draw.
One green.
Catherine prepared to arrive at this, try and get to the ball or push the jack into it.
Just diving under, but the weight was perfect for it. She can even afford to play it with slightly more because she's got the position too.
Absolutely. The thing here is that Rebecca Field has always played a very good ball with this one. That's a clever ball. I'm not sure if she meant it to be there, because she was probably just trying to draw into the jack. She needs shots, but it is a good receiving position. But it's actually Catherine Redknapp who's got control of the end in terms of the way the head lies, even though she's one shot down.
She'll be looking for something very similar. She was so close with her third. She doesn't like it.
No, something's wrong.
One shot, Rebecca Field.
Set score 10-5 after 7 ends.
This is all about making the scoreline look respectable now. Rebecca Field try and get another 2 or 3 shots on the card.
Yeah, she really needs to score more than one. One's okay, but it's not going to get her back in.
It's her 4th single of this match. 16 ends with 1-4. Thought she might have brought the mat right up the rink and.
Yeah, I thought she might have tried to do something slightly different. Just shake it up a little bit.
Jack length 29 metres.
Well, that's not an awful lot different to what we've been playing.
No.
Catherine Redknapp, you can see at anything over 27 metres, she's scoring heavily.
That's a huge difference in percentage, isn't it?
Well, it's massive. If anything, Rebecca Field really should be going down to the 23, 24 metres to compete there.
Yeah, she's matched her at the 23 to 25, so that's where you'd have thought she'd be putting it. Better here.
Well, chance. Get one right in again. Still getting the ball away nice and smooth. Tension hasn't affected the delivery. Needs to hurry though. A wee bit of the old yarditis, as we would call it in the bowls world.
Yeah, she needed to make sure that one was up.
Just getting stuck in that yard short just too often.
She's just not putting the pressure on Catherine in the same way that Catherine's doing to her.
Another good example.
Yep. Great ball. Little touch as well, perfect.
The door was left open.
You can't leave Catherine with that amount of room. She's not going to keep missing.
No, she's too good for that, especially on this form.
Absolutely. Yep, she's hit the ground running in this game.
Oh dear. It's just tension, isn't it? Pressure and tension.
Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, that's out of character, that sort of bowl.
Yeah, short and tight, and it's not flowing through the bowl, not releasing it properly, and it's very hard to see a player of this standard just suffering a little bit like this. Well, she put the shot ball in the forehand and now she's followed it up.
It's excellent bowling from Catherine. It's so good.
This is scary stuff. We'll be shaking hands very soon. And it's happened to...
Set score 12-5 after 8 ends.
So still a potential 12 shots there, but 2 shots for Catherine Redknapp. Shake hands time.
Jack length 28 metres.
The level of consistency has been a bit scary at times, but even when she's not really close to the jack, there's still 1 or 2 balls within a foot or so. Just means if your opposition's scratching around, they're in deep trouble by the time they get to their 3rd ball. Rebecca, true to form, just trying to stick to the draw.
I think she's played it with a bit of conviction, though. There's a set full, yeah, good enough for shot.
And we've got a big crowd responding to that ball with a cheer.
One green. Timeout called. Catherine has 4 timeouts remaining.
Hasn't really had to worry too much about timeouts. It's not going to change the shot she's playing, just a draw shot. Get to the green ball or turn the jack around for 2. Been motoring along in this game.
Yeah, it's been very quick so far. Very close, Catherine. Well played, Catherine. Well played.
Well, looks good for the shot. Very close though, because the green ball did fall back.
Timeout called. Rebecca has 5 timeouts remaining.
If that is the shot, this will be over.
Becca needing 2 to carry on the set.
Well, she's looking at it, but to be truthful with her, there's so little available. You know, it's been a tough day. But played well to get here.
Yep.
This hasn't worked out, but if it is 1 red, we're just waiting for confirmation. It hasn't come through yet. That would be 13-5, and the best that Rebecca's
got the opportunity for a trail to make 2.
Yeah.
It's not the easiest shot, but she has got a shot on, and that's what she's trying.
I'm not sure if it's just going to get back in time.
Just
well, we'll just see who's lining the shot. If it is 1 red, we'll be shaking hands.
I think Catherine fancies her own.
Umpire, please.
Well, it'll be a measure. And the match has been played at prolific speed in terms of the bowling, because there's been very little time, very little discussion between the marker and the players, but it'll be up to Frances Fletcher to sort this out. Calipers will do the job. I almost feel that Rebecca would be quite happy, you know, if this is just 1 red, because she gets off the rink and just hasn't been her day.
It would have been tough for Rebecca out there. She, you know, she'll be feeling a lot of emotions right now. You can't take it away from Catherine, though. She's played exceptionally well.
Well, we still don't know. No reaction from the players. They're watching very carefully.
1 shot, Rebecca Field.
Into another end. 7 shots needed.
Set score 12-6 after 9 ends.
Well, again, she's going on the long jack length.
Jack length 29.5 metres.
Be interested to hear her views on that after the game.
Well, I'll certainly not mention it to her, because...
No, not straight away.
No, I think it's... the pain will go off. It has to hurt for a while, because if it doesn't hurt...
If it doesn't hurt, there's no point.
There's no point in doing it. There's no point in playing.
Something's not right if it doesn't hurt. That's a great bowl.
Yeah, you might as well pack it in, but after a few days, she'll rationalise it and just put it away and say, I was in the final, just not my day.
She didn't settle. She didn't come out and settle, and that was the problem. She scratched around for quite a few ends in the first set, and unfortunately that just continued in the second. Certainly, you know, the first couple of ends, she didn't score until the the fifth end, did she?
Well, certainly in the second set, it was the fifth end when she picked up the big 4. But look at this, you know.
Yeah, it's great bowling.
All of a sudden, you know, you're seeing the true Rebecca Field.
Yeah, we've caught very few glimpses of it. Yeah.
A little smiler which says, "Where have I been all day?"
Redders is attacking.
Well, she's in the area. Oh yeah, that'll do. That brings it right into the open.
Very good strike. Yep.
Didn't need to because it's 2 shots. You could have just drawn in and packed the head, but quite comfortable with that shot.
Yeah, and I think instead of letting it build up, she's gone early, and it's the right decision.
Kills off the game. Line a couple, but you would expect Catherine Redknapp to draw this.
Yeah, and she knows that by opening it, she gives herself the opportunity to do what she does best, which is draw.
There we go. The hit shot, the recovery shot, and the toucher as well.
That's just rubbing it in.
Yeah, well, that's just salt in the wound, but, you know, it's...
Great ball.
2 of the best bowls that Rebecca Field has played. Gets them taken away. And then a back toucher. She's looking to make a disturbance, and not the case. It's all over.
One shot, second set, and the match. Catherine Redknapp.
Absolutely nothing that Rebecca Field could do today to keep Catherine Redknapp away from the jack. She was absolutely relentless. Perfect display of singles. Played really, really well. Just one end where she faltered by losing a 4, but she was 8-0 up at that stage and kept Rebecca Field to singles 3 in the first set and 2 other singles in the second. So 13-3 in the first set and a very comfortable 13-6 in the second. 2-0 to Catherine Redknapp. Well, we could see the pressure was going to be very intense in this match. We weren't sure where it was going to come from, but Rebecca Field had to play an attacking shot in the first end. She didn't score again until the 8th end. In the meantime, it was all Catherine Redknapp. Pops in another one for 3 there. And another one for 3 on the 6th end. That goes to 12-1. It was just getting all so very difficult for Rebecca Field. And once again, there's another big 4 there for Catherine Redknapp. That was on the 4th end to go 8-0 in front. Rebecca gets her own back by picking up a 4 on the 5th end. But it was all getting very difficult. And look at this. Back toucher, Jack close to the ditch, wins the match, wins the title, and Catherine Redknapp, the 2018 World Indoor Ladies Match Play Singles Champion. Ends 1. Well, that was always going to be on Catherine's side of that score. And look at the total shots scored, 26 against 9. Toucher's not too much in it, average Jack down just the same. Not Rebecca Field's day, but she was in the final, and you couldn't do anything about Catherine Redknapp. There's very few people in the world would have held her down today.
Thanks a lot, Corky. I've got both players with me now. I'm going to start off with Rebecca. I guess you've got to put it down to just one of those days where you ran into an opponent who was in fine form.
Yeah, well, in my opinion, I've just lost to the best lady bowler in the world, so... I
can understand if you don't want to say anymore. It's totally understandable.
Oh, dear, no, it's not good crying on national TV, is it? But no, just... you know, I'll come away and think, no, I didn't play very well, but it's this girl who puts you under that pressure. That's the reason. That's, you know, she makes you crack. I've played well all week, and she was superb today. It's you just have to enjoy watching it, really. It's not a lot else you can do about it. So, you know, 2 finals this week is fantastic. I take a lot of memories away from here. So,
thank you. Thank you. Catherine. Why did you do that to one of your best mates?
I feel really bad. I guess I just settled into it today. I think that's probably the best I've ever played on the portable. I just found it from the first end, really. And, yeah, I didn't enjoy it, actually, because it was horrible. But, yeah, no, I don't really know what to say.
I was going to ask you about that, because, of course, you must have been enjoying the fact that you're playing so well. But on the receiving end is someone that you know and you get on so well with.
Yeah, there were some ends where I just looked up and I felt so sorry for Bex having to play a bowl from the other end, because I wouldn't have had a clue what to do. But yeah, no, I just settled into it, and I think I couldn't have really done any better than that.
Just to sum up your achievements, 3 world titles in the space of 4-5 years. I mean, you're only 22. It's a phenomenal achievement. Are you able to take that all in and comprehend it?
Yeah, I just love it here. I absolutely love this rink, and winning it 3 times is incredible. I couldn't have dreamt of any better.
Might you set your sights on the Open singles title now?
Yeah, definitely. Bex and I played the qualifier for the pairs, for the Open pairs this year, and we'll definitely do that again if she'll have me.
Out, boys, yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
Well, Rebecca, huge commiserations, and thank you for speaking so eloquently in defeat. But ladies and gentlemen, your champion of 2018, once again, Catherine Redknapp.
Well, it is now time for the presentation, and here to make the presentations, the Underwriting Solutions Manager for Just, Jill Harvey, and the Chief Executive of World Bowls Tour, Mr. Richard Madison. And first, of course, to your runner-up, receiving, a check, ladies and gentlemen, your appreciation, please, for Rebecca Field. And what about this young lady? She's absolutely phenomenal. Ladies and gentlemen, receiving a Langham Glass Trophy, a cheque, and the title of the 2018 Ladies World Match Play Champion. It is, of course, Catherine Redknapp. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pocket Dynamo, the 2018 Ladies World Match Play Champion, Catherine Redknapp.
What a performance in the final from Catherine Redknapp. She's so comfortable. There's her mum, her grandma, and her boyfriend all celebrating her success. 3 world titles since 2014. When she was 18 years old, she won it for the first time. She won it last year. She successfully defended it, and as she said, her own words, that's as good as she's ever played on the blue rink. An outstanding performance